So this week's special is the Griots duo, and that is not Griots and Griots Sisters of the Spear. Griots was the very first anthology I ever did. I did it with Charles Saunders, and it was the result of a conversation that we were having about the fact that how we both came to be sword and soul authors, and how one of the reasons that we did it on our own was because of the lack of opportunity. So we said, hey, you know what? Let's put out a call. Let's get out and put out a call for other authors to see if they've ever written any African-based sword and sorcery, and then let's make an anthology, a collection from it. And that's how Griots was born. And the first call we put out, we got 15 stories. And I mean, when you look at these books now, both Griots and Griots Sisters of the Spear, it's like a collection almost of like who's who of some of creators and stuff like that. Griots of the Spear came from the fact that after we did Griots, we were like, there are really not very many black women as main characters in sword and sorcery. As a matter of fact, at the time that we did this book, the only ones that I was aware of was Charles Saunders Djeli and my character Tina from Woman of the Woods. So we said again, let's go back to the well, let's put out the call, and let's do the books, and because that's kind of how I roll, and that's where Griots Sisters of the Spear came from. Now, I mean, some of the authors that we have in these books, we have one of the first short stories ever written by Phenderson Djeli Clark. We have the first short story that was written by Troy Wiggins, who was one of the founders of Fire magazine. We've got stories in here by Maurice Broaddas, Kirk Johnson. I have the very first story I published by Sarah Macklin in Griots Sisters of the Spear, which actually was so good that we made it the first story in the anthology. We got a story by Jeffrey Thorne. If you know anything about animation and Marvel and DC animation, you know Jeffrey Thorne. He's one of the best showrunners that they have, and he's done a lot of stuff there. And he wrote, not only did he write his story, he did the artwork for it as well, because in both books we have artwork that accompanies the stories and stuff like that. Charles and I both wrote fresh stories for the books, and here's an example of some of the artwork that goes along with the stories and stuff like that. So it's a great collection of stories, and if you ever had a question about what Sword and Soul is, these two anthologies are a great place to start. So go to my website. They're on sale now, the duo. And if you can get one, you can get the other, or you can get both. And I guarantee you'll enjoy the stories and stuff like that. And they are available anywhere books are sold, but start off right and get them today from us. Y'all take care. Peace.